Are you sick and tired of wrestlers having garbage indie matches where they do flips and dives and other meaningless stuff?
Are you sick, tired, and frustrated with the matches making any sense?
Are you sick and tired of people booking goofy segments on shows that are supposed to be sports-based? Tony Khan, I'm talking to you, buddy.
Are you sick and tired of the rules not making sense, including the fact the referee's not enforcing them properly?
Are you tired of people reciting scripted, phony verbiage on WWE television? Well, if you're sick and tired of these things, if you like a good wrestling match,
Do you like the wrestling shows or programs, depending on the way that you view them, having logic? Then you have come to the right place.
This is Wrestling and Logic, where we review wrestling on a weekly basis. They don't need all these gimmicks in the...
Where we have an abundance of rants, especially from me. Fuck off! Where's the logic in this?
And we have memorable moments pretty much every week.
You can listen to these podcasts every Saturday morning
On YouTube,
Spotify,
Google Podcasts,
and all other podcast platforms.
This is Wrestling and Logic with your host, Kgabinator,
And his guest host, Joshua James Jenkins, otherwise known as Triple J. And that is why this is called the R&L Podcast.
Hey guys, Kgabinator here, and today we're back with another episode of Wrestling and Logic. And today, as you can see, we're gonna review All Out AEW, which was an okay show. Had some nice moments in there, but first, saw quite a few things happen in the wrestling business.
Damn right.
Yeah, and the first one we're going to talk about is Carl Anderson's. As a matter of fact, there's some.
I think, you know what?
Somebody died last week in the wrestling business, which sucks. Her name was Daffney, the Scream Queen. I'm not sure who she was, but apparently she was badly depressed, and then made herself scarce, to say the least. And now, hopefully, she's in a better place now, and we offer our condolences. And there's not much that I can say that other people haven't said already. I mean, if you need help, go and get help. And if you're feeling down, all that stuff, don't let it go. Don't let it keep it in before it's too late. And check up on your folks. Don't just leave it till the last minute, because it could be too late. They could have already hurt themselves. So rest in peace, Daffney. And then something that came from this was Carl Anderson, who, if you don't know, is a member of the Elite. He had a meltdown on Twitter. The guy.
I think he was drunk. Well, I think he was drunk. Fucking commented. What the fuck?
Yeah.
He must be drunk. Like, look, with Kenny Omega trolling. What the hell?
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on? What was that? What was that? I was laughing my balls off. That was funny.
This guy was calling people marks and all this stuff and going crazy. Messed that up. Oh, there it is. Okay. Nothing major. Just trying to fix this thing up. There we go. That should be better for you guys. But this guy was calling people marks and just going crazy and yeah, maybe it was either he was drunk or he was not in a good place mentally. So uh, he also needs to be checked up on. And yeah, but Rellsucka, I know something. This is something that you really want to talk about, and it's the new NXT that's coming next week. But first, I'll say my opinions on it. I've seen it. There's all this splatter, paint splatter, and this
It
new
looks like Splatoon.
Yeah, it looks like Splatoon, the Nintendo game. And they're also gonna
say something, Wale.
They're also gonna make a new NXT championship. I'm gonna be honest. I actually like the look of that belt. But now, Rellsucka, the stage is yours.
What the hell? Why did you get rid of the black and gold? Why did you get rid of the black and gold, Kevin Dunn? What was wrong with the black and gold colors? Why do you have to turn it Nickelodeon? NXT Takeover Nickelodeon. Why would you do that? Why did you turn the colors gay? What the hell is wrong with you?
Hey, I remember last week.
I'm going off script. I don't care. Why did you make it gay colors? What the fuck is Kevin done? Cause I got the report that he designed the fucking logo.
Really?
And I got a fucking problem with that.
Well,
they don't fucking do it. What's the problem? What was wrong with the old logo?
Yeah.
What was wrong with the old logo? Got fucking Wale singing the tire. What the fuck was wrong with the old logo? It was perfect as it was.
Yeah.
Why do you have to change everything?
Yeah.
Change everything every single damn time, every single damn of the week. Why? Vince McMahon does not have to do this. Vince McMahon is going to be Vince and WWE is now in charge of NXT. Rest in peace, NXT. Rest in peace.
Pretty much.
Kevin Dunn, Bruce Pritchard, Bruce Kentucky Fried Pritchard, Vince McMahon. They're all taking over. Triple H must be crying to Stephanie about why is her father trying to ruin his brand.
Yeah.
He must be in bed crying with his pancakes. It's just for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Now you sound like Josh.
I don't know. I don't understand it. It's no point wasting my voice. It's no point wasting our voices. I'll just give Vince the edge. The fucking steel chair pipe right now.
Yeah.
Do it to him. Like, what you doing? Like, I hate this company. Taking and just changing.
Yeah.
Take and change. Did that with Shotzi Blackheart. Did that with Tegan Knox. Did that with fucking Karrion Kross of all people.
Well, Tegan Knox and Shotzi Blackheart look pretty much the same to me.
Really?
I don't know.
Shotzi Knox.
Oh, except for the name and the fact that they're in a literally a non-existent women's tag team division with only Natalya and Tamina, nobody else. So you're gonna be stuck with them for a few more months.
There's Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. They're breaking up.
Good. Because I want
They're
Shayna Baszler on her own.
Nikki ASS and Nikki Ass and Rhea Ripley. They're not a tag team.
No, man.
They're not a real tag team.
No. Poor Rhea Ripley.
Is a fucking joke now.
Yeah,
Rhea Ripley's a joke now.
They put her in with a flipping job, guys. I'm sorry for Nikki Ash, but I tried to like it, but I can't. It's too goofy and it's too stupid.
There's no point of trying to like them. Who else is in the tag? That's it. There's only them three.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Get rid of the tag team championships. Drop it. Put it in fucking gasoline. Burn it to a trash. The tag team titles don't need to exist anymore.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. There's legit only three teams, right? Yeah, there's only 3 teams.
Yeah.
That's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of my whole Nia Jax, well, I don't know, maybe that meme got old, but Charlotte and Nia Jax had a shoot fight on Raw the other day. I think it was last week or something. I'm not sure, but they were really...
They were miserable! Nothing but a fuck.
Oh my gosh, the sloppiest fight I've ever seen.
Nothing but botch. No. We expect from fucking Nia Jax of all people. She literally botched on her fucking elbow. Yeah. We expect. Yeah. I'm gonna send you the video.
Oh, okay. Okay. We should be back, and we're back. And then we are going to look at this video.
She has. Well, then you can't do that. Shoulder tackle. Can't teach.
Oh. Well, I didn't.
Right now.
It's like Bailey getting a shoulder tackle and then Nia fell on her ass or something. Like, yeah.
Nia fell right on her ass.
Yeah.
It's like she fell on her ass and yelled out my hole. Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. And speaking of criticizing the WWE, Mick Foley made a video criticizing the WWE and their failure to make stars. So what he basically said, what he said, what he was saying is that Vince and all these fucking writers are making they don't know how to make any stars, and they need to find people who can, and now that AEW is becoming the more popular destination, and to be honest, I agree with Mick Foley. I would even confess, despite my feelings for the product, that I would go to AEW if I were to become a wrestler. Yeah. So I also give props to Mick Foley. And you heard that Vince do better, fire all these writers, get rid of Johnny Ace and Bruce Pritchard, Kentucky Fried Pritchard, and Kevin Dunn, and maybe there'll be some good TV. Oh boy!
But you know, if we fire all of them, it won't matter because we'll have one man and one man only.
Yeah.
And that's that fucking old man.
Yeah. And he's not going anywhere.
And you know, we got a report. WWE is unhappy with Mick Foley in his fucking video.
Yeah, why though? He wasn't even
talking trash about it.
Yeah,
he was saying the truth.
He was saying it nicely even, and they still mad at him. It shows that just like AEW, they can't take criticism. Whew. And then we saw that Triple H nearly died. He had a cardiac arrest or something.
What?
Yeah, he almost died the other day. He had a cardiac arrest.
If that actually happened, I would be in tears right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm glad that he's still alive. That was very.
I feel bad.
That was super shocking.
I didn't even know that. What the fuck?
Yeah, and it's same, almost the same thing as that killed Brody Lee. It was heart disease. Yeah.
Mother.
So we could have lost Triple H as well. So I'm glad he's okay and he's recovering. Whew. Yeah. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, their contracts are expiring soon. That's another thing to keep your eye on. I wonder where they could be going at this rate. They might as well go to AEW because that's where everybody's going now, and they're gonna get Bray Wyatt now and Ric Flair.
No one's gonna care about Ric Flair. Sorry, Rick. Keep enjoying that car shoe commercials. Caru, enjoy that. Enjoy choppy Eli Drake in the car shoe commercial. Fuck. A late night, whatever. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Hey yo, Vince, what you gotta say about that?
Oh well, I like both guys, and they would be quite an asset to AEW. And this adds on to what I said about them now having some real talent. They can finally start getting rid of some of the other guys. We're never going to get rid of the Elite because they're pretty much the backbone of this company. You could get rid of Joey Janela, Marco Stunt.
No Marco Stunt. He stays.
Why?
He's great. He's great.
How?
He's like the cornerstone. He's like the mascot or the cornerstone of the Jungle Express.
Man, but he's
what do you don't like about him?
He's a child, a small child.
He is not a child. Clearly, he's in his 20s.
Yeah, he's 25 years old, but still,
he's older than Jungle Boy. Child ass.
I don't care.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
But anyway, they're getting some real talent, and now they're gonna get Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or they could go somewhere else like Ring of Honor or New Japan. There's always some other options, but it will most probably be AEW. But there's not a contract that's been expired. In fact, there's a contract that's been signed, and the Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson has signed with the WWE. And
who the fuck is that?
Well, he's an Olympic gold medalist, as I just said.
I don't care. Stop reading bullshit stories, Kgabo.
I guess I'm happy for him. So, yeah. good luck to Gable Steveson for his career. And then Brian Cage's wife, Melissa Santos, went on a rant on Twitter about AEW not using Brian Cage properly, allegedly. So then she was talking about how she actually not retweeted. She took a screenshot of an article saying that Brian Cage should have completely walked through the AEW roster and beat everyone up. And that's basically what she wants for her husband, Brian Cage. I sort of agree, but I don't at the same time, because I do think there's some other talent that deserves to be pushed in, especially in Team Taz, like Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs, and so many other guys. And plus, Brian Cage is pretty green. He can be a bit sloppy at times. So, yeah, and she was roasting a bunch of I'm trying to look for the tweet. She was roasting some people. Where is it here? One of them. So this guy on Twitter says to her, "Well done. Hope he gets released and he can go back to being a star in front of 500 fans on shows that attract no viewers." And then she says the guy who would never dare say that to his face at said show, "Shut up, Cole. You're a fan. Buy an 8 times 10. Just shh. Adults are talking." And then another one says, asked her if she watched Cage versus Hangman or not, and then she said, "Yes, it was amazing. He has been there 2 years and you can literally only mention that match. That's the issue here." Well, technically only for 1 year and a few months, but whatever. And then another one with a pretty funny looking profile picture said that Cage is just a muscle-bound, no-talent steroid freak. And then she said, "Ew, take a shower, bro. I can smell your profile picture from here." And then vomiting emoji and some laughing emojis. And that was the best one out of the ones that I've seen. There's probably more, but those are ones that I've seen. So yeah. Well, Melissa Santos went crazy, alright, on all these people. And then our last news story. Oh yeah, well, what's your thoughts on this Melissa Santos rant?
What happened though? I hear you.
Oh, God damn, man. Okay, let's go to next one. Listen.
Sorry. I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired.
Okay.
I didn't sleep enough last night. Shut up.
So this is breaking news. A former WWE star, Al Snow, heroically saved a little boy from the ocean riptide.
That asshole?
Yeah.
Al Snow?
Yeah. This is from TMZ Sports.
That name is so wrong. What the fuck?
It's from TMZ Sports, and it says that former WWE star Al Snow is being hailed as a hero after the wrestling legend saved the child's life Thursday by jumping in the ocean and pulling the boy from a riptide. The incredible act of bravery all went down at Santa Rosa Beach in Destin, Florida, when Snow, who gained fame in the 1990s for carrying and talking to a mannequin head named Head during matches, said he heard yelling and screaming while he was in the water. When Snow says when he looked around, he saw a boy being hit by waves while being pulled away by a rough current. And then there's a video here, which we will play just now. 58-year-old Snow says a lifeguard was on the beach, but added, "I knew she wasn't going to make it in time, so he sprung into the action. I made it, thank God," Snow said. "And I caught him just by the arm as a wave started to pull him even further out. If I hadn't have grabbed him, I think he'd have probably went out to sea. That would have been it." Snow, though, says that the rescue mission nearly turned dire after he snagged the child, because a wave took them under, and it caused him to remember Shad Gaspard, rest in peace, the wrestling star who tragically died in the Pacific Ocean in May 2020. Like a week before Hana Kimura died, a rip to her as well. I was able to stay up, Snow said, and hand him off to the lifeguard, and I made my way back across to my friend, and we went up to the beach, and I felt like I was about to collapse. I was exhausted. Snow said neither he nor the boy suffered injuries, and added the child's mom cried and thanked him repeatedly afterward. And in a light-hearted moment, after everyone was safe and sound, Snow says a couple on the beach actually recognized him from his wrestling days. Wow, that's insane. I'm happy he managed to save the kid and not drown. And they both came back safely. Jeez, these riptides, man. I remember when Shad Gaspard died, he went missing, and then everybody went like, "Oh no, we can't find Shad Gaspard," and then unfortunately we found out like a few days after that he drowned and died in the water, and that sucked. Whew. Boy. You ready to review All Out now?
Yeah, and I just want to say this: what an incredible pay-per-view that was. That was a great pay-per-view.
Yeah, it was all right. So yeah, AEW All Out.
All right, really?
I could have said it was bad. I could have just appreciate that I said it was all right. It could have been worse.
Yeah.
AEW All Out from the Now Arena in Chicago on Sunday, September 5th, 2021. And Jim Ross greeted us and introduced us to the program. And then we had the first match for the TNT Championship. Miro, the champion, the Redeemer versus God's favorite champion. The Redeemer, God's favorite champion, Miro versus Eddie Kingston. And Eddie Kingston came out and he wore a t-shirt that said, "Redeem these nuts." And then Miro came out and he's great. He looks great. And and he's serious. He's one of the bright spots on AEW that really takes this seriously. And then the match started. They got in a ruffle, and Miro got out of the ring. Kingston gave Miro some chops. He hit an explosive suplex. They started fighting on the outside. Kingston tried to jump on Miro, but Miro countered with a power slam. They got back in the ring, and Miro bit Kingston's hand. Miro choked Kingston on the middle rope. They slapped each other. Miro gave Kingston some elbow drops for a 2 count. He got in a rear naked choke. Kingston escaped and gave him some chops. He tried to give Miro a half and half suplex, but he got hit with a drop kick. Miro taunts and runs into Eddie Kingston in the corner, and then Eddie Kingston gave Miro an enziguri. He tried to do a dive on Miro, but got punched in the face. He hits a Saito suplex on Miro. Then they had a sloppy 1-2. Kingston gave Miro another Saito suplex for a 2 count. He tried to hit a spinning back fist, but Miro rolled out of the ring again, and then he did a dive on Miro. They get back in the ring, and Kingston gives Miro a fisherman suplex for a 2 count. Miro gave some sloppy forearms to Kingston in the corner, and then gave him a German suplex. And then the turnbuckle pad came off as Eddie Kingston held onto it while it was getting suplexed, then it came off. Miro gave Kingston a super kick. He locked in the game over camel clutch submission hold, and Kingston got a rope break. Kingston hit the spinning back fist and hit a DDT for a near fall. Kingston tried to shoot off Miro into the exposed turnbuckle, but the referee stopped him. Miro gives Kingston a low blow and then finished him off in retention of the TNT Championship. I thought that was a good match. So I'll give that match an 8 out of 10 and Logic a 7. What do you think about that match? Sorry about that, guys. The video stopped recording for some reason. But now we are back, and
short story is Kgabo's a terrible recorder. Ladies and gentlemen, back to the review.
Yeah, so I gave wrestling a 9 and Logic a 7, and I think you, Rellsucka, gave it a 10. And then Minoru Suzuki came out, and Moxley was shocked. And then they had a fight in the ring, but the problem I had with it was that there was no referees, no people coming out, no bells ringing, no nothing. They were just allowed to fight, and the one guy was bleeding. Moxley was bleeding, and still nobody came out. But anyway, that was fine. And then the third match of the night for the AEW Women's World Championship, Britt Baker, the championship, versus Chris Statlander. Britt Baker came out with Reba and Jamie Hayter, who recently came back to AEW for the first time since 2019. Then basically I watched up until Chris Statlander did the boop, and then I switched it off and fast forwarded to the next match. And then I gave wrestling a 0 and Logic a 0. And you, Rellsucka?
What?
What did you give Britt Baker versus Chris Statlander?
0.
Yeah. And
Fucking hell.
do better.
Do better. You suck. I mean, well, do better. Okay.
And speaking of people who need to do better, for the AEW World Tag Team Championships in a steel cage, Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, the champions versus the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix and Penta El-Zero-M. The Lucha Brothers came out with their manager Alex Abrahantes. The Cucamonga Kids came out with Don Callis and the Good Brothers, one of which had a meltdown on Twitter the other day, which we talked about at the beginning of the podcast. And then I gave this a try, and I was a fool to do so. The match started, and they had a stare down. Then they started fighting, and the Lucha Brothers shot the Bucks off in sync. Then I started to think this is synchronized swimming. The Bucks tried to escape, but then Rey Fenix did an assisted drop kick to make them fall. They did some more synchronized swimming. Sorry for that interruption again, but Discord crashed, and
For both
of us, and just having a bad day recording today. But anyway, so I said that this match looked like synchronized swimming, and it continued to look like synchronized swimming. And then Phoenix held Matt Jackson's legs up, and Penta gave him a drop kick to his hip. They both gave Nick Jackson thrust kicks. They shot both the Bucks into opposite sides of the cage, and then they speared them. Hey, shut up. I'm trying to read these notes. They tried again, but then the Bucks got out the way. The Bucks sloppily beat up Penta in the corner, and then Phoenix made the save. Nick Jackson gave Phoenix an enziguri. He gave him a double foot stomp over the top rope into the ring, and then gave Penta a backstabber. He taunted. Then Matt Jackson drop kicked Penta in the face. He gave Phoenix a powerbomb into the cage. And then Nick Jackson kicked Penta's head like a rugby ball or even a football. Matt choked Phoenix with a chain. Then Nick Jackson choked Penta with his boot. Matt Jackson tried to powerbomb Phoenix into the cage again, but Phoenix gave him a Hurricane Rana. Penta made a comeback. They tried to stereo super kick the Bucks, but then they ended up super kicking their own feet. Nick Jackson gave Phoenix a cutter. Penta gave Matt Jackson a cutter. Matt Jackson gave Penta a stunner. They did some gymnastics, and then Phoenix hit a cutter on both the Young Bucks. Phoenix kicked Matt in the side of the head, and Penta hit Made in Japan on him for a 2 count. Matt Jackson walked in the Boston Crab submission hold on Penta, and Nick gave Phoenix a German suplex on the apron. Phoenix drop kicked Nick Jackson. Nick Buck did an assisted senton atomica on Penta for a 2 count. The Bucks both super kicked Phoenix. They hit their Meltzer driver on Penta. Then they tried to do the BTE trigger on Phoenix, but he got out the way. Phoenix shot Matt Buck off into his brother, and then he gave Phoenix a low blow. I decided at this point that I'd skip the rest of it because it's a waste of time. They're doing too much, and it's going way too long. And then the Lucha Brothers became the new AEW Tag Team Champions. And then I gave Wrestling a 5 and Logic a 0. Why did you give that match? I bet you gave it a ridiculous rating or something.
9. Just because of the super kick moment, I gave it I gave it a 9.
Okay. Match 5. AEW Women's Casino Battle Royal. I fast forwarded through most of the match until the Joker came out, who was Ruby Riott, but now she's known as Ruby Soho. Then she went straight for Jade Cargill, who was in the ring with a bunch of other women, and just beat the crap out of her and eliminated her. I don't know. I don't remember. A few minutes pass, and it's Ruby and Thunder Rosa who remain in the ring. They started chopping each other. They both ran the ropes. They fought on the apron. And out of all the fighting on the apron that I've seen on this show, that was the best fighting on the apron that I've seen. Eventually, Ruby Soho eliminated Thunder Rosa. I'm not too happy that Thunder Rosa was eliminated because she's eventually going to go against Britt Baker. And now she's been eliminated from this tournament to someone who just came in. But that was a good little wrestling match between Thunder Rosa and Ruby Soho, and I can't give this match a rating because I didn't watch it in full. And obviously you said skip, so I'm guessing you weren't too happy with this. And then MJF versus Chris Jericho. If Chris Jericho loses, he never wrestles again. Chris Jericho won, of course, and he's still gonna wrestle. The 7th match on this program, which in fact was the best match of the night. Darby Allin versus CM Punk. Darby Allin came out.
Yeah, you heard that. You heard that right. CM Punk wrestling. I know you heard that.
Yeah. And then CM Punk came out. The people started chanting, CM Punk, CM Punk. And the bell rang and the match started. They locked up. Darby Allin gave Punk an arm drag. They locked up again. Darby Allin got a hammerlock. Punk gave Darby a back. I was actually watching F1 during this match. It was qualifying, but yeah. And of course, I'm not too happy with the qualifying because, of course, Mercedes topped the charts. And yeah, I'll have to deal with them. And we're gonna wait for Rellsucka. And I'll also go and get something.
I'm Josh Jenkins.
And I'm Renegade Reese, and we co-host the Wrestling Against the World podcast, discussing the world of wrestling on a weekly basis. Subscribe to never miss an episode, because wrestling matters.
And we are back. I just went to grab a bottle of water. Now I'm gonna drink it. Always good to drink some water. So where was I now?
I just farted.
Okay.
Why did I fart on YouTube?
This guy fought. Okay, so anyway. CM Punk gives Darby Allin a body slam, then gave him a headlock. They shot each other off, and Darby shoulder tackled CM Punk. They did an up and over, then Darby got out of the ring. He got back in the ring, and they locked up again, and then Darby tried to arm drag Punk again, but Punk stopped him, but then eventually Darby Allin did an arm drag off the top rope. Punk is trying to lock in his bow and arrow submission hold, but he hit a backdrop instead. He did some technical wrestling. The Darby hit the ropes and Punk gave him a kitchen sink. CM Punk locked in the abdominal stretch. He hit a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker for a 2 count. He locked in another headlock. Darby Allin hit a stunner. They laid down selling. Darby Allin slapped Punk multiple times and gave him a coffin drop, and he got a 2 count. Darby Allin hit a code red for a 2 count. He tried to hit another coffin drop, but then Punk pushed him off top turnbuckle and he fell on his nuts. Speaking of nuts, when Miro beat Eddie Kingston, he said on Twitter that ask and you shall receive. Your nuts have been redeemed. And then Lana came and said, I'll redeem yours when you get home. They're gonna have some fun there.
In other words, sex.
Yeah, they had some fun when they got home. But anyway, Punk tried to hit a side superplex, but then Darby counted for a near fall. Punk hit a GTS and Darby fell out of the ring. And he sold nice. No, that was for something else. Punk gave Darby some forearms, and then he gave him a jumping knee in the corner. Then he gave Darby a clothesline. Tried to hit a GTS, but then Darby Allin escaped. Darby Allin did a dive on him, and which looked good. Then he did a flipping senton on Punk. Darby tried to hit a coffin drop, but then he missed, and CM Punk hit the GTS. Darby Allin tried to hit the Last Supper pin attempt, but then Punk kicked out. Punk hit the leg lariat. And then Punk finally hit the GTS for the win. This was a great match. Punk was impressive, especially for his first match back in 7 years. And for his age, he's like 43 or something. Yeah, for that age, he did quite well. And Darby Allin was impressive as well. He did some big stuff and it all looked good. Great match between both guys. I gave Wrestling a 10 and Logic a 10. What do you think about that match?
Wrestling 11, Logic 10.
Okay. Paul White versus QT Marshall.
And I have the honorary. Fuck. Fucking big show. What are you doing here, bro? Why is he even wrestling?
Yeah.
Well, meanwhile, QT Marshall fucking asshole, jackass. That's who he is.
A job guy.
And I'm gonna show you real quick.
I am in a league of my own here, ahead of everyone in the game by a country mile.
Oh, it's Conor McGregor.
McGregor with QT Marshall's face.
Look at that dude. Well, my hairline isn't much better, but he needs some hair products put in there. You know, when you get before COVID, when you got a haircut in my school, you would get a smack on the head if you cut bald. I can't wait to see QT Marshall with bald hair. That's why I never cut bald. But anyway, let's get to some. Let's get to something else. In the main event for the AEW World Championship, Kenny Omega, the champion, versus Christian Cage, the Impact World Champion. I guess you could say this is a champion versus champion match, and I don't think Josh would be too happy with this. You don't like this. But anyway,
it's all about the boom. Oh shit! What?
Well, now you spoiled it. You'll find out whose theme that is just now. But I watched the match, but I didn't take notes, but I did watch the match, and it was okay. It was fine. So I gave Wrestling a 7, and Logic a 7, and then Omega cut a promo. They beat up Christian Cage, and then Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus came to save him. And then they took the... Wait, no, I think first Omega cut a promo, and then Adam Cole, baby, came in and joined the Elite.
Oh, I can say it.
Of all people,
Hey.
Adam Cole, baby.
And oh my god.
And then Daniel Bryan is here, and he's also in AEW, and everyone was going crazy. And then he was helping Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and Christian Cage, and it looks like
Kenny Omega ran out of the way. Adam Cole got his ass kicked. Nick Jackson got his ass kicked. Matt Jackson got his ass kicked. Nick Jackson got the yes kicked shit out of his chest, right? Kicked the butthole out of him. Fucking kicked him in the face. With Brandon Cutler. That was incredible.
Man, I hate Brandon Cutler. Looks so that bald head of his, and that weird face mask. And of course, people in the comments are gonna say, "Oh, he's a heel. You're supposed to hate him." No. A good heel.
No, I'm not supposed to hate a guy who looks like fucking Cody Rhodes 2011 and spraying whatever the hell he's spraying, some random spray. What the hell? What is that? Baxibor air spray? Is that what he's spraying him? Give me a break.
Yeah. Yeah, but basically they fought off the Elite, and that closed the show. I thought All Out was, you know what? It was a decent show. Are you happy now? I thought it was decent.
Yeah.
It was a decent show.
I give it a 20 out of 10. It was really, really good.
I'll give it probably an 8 out of 10 because of CM Punk and all the guys that came on. But that has been our Wrestling and Logic episode number 19 with our All Out review and all the news that happened. And we will see you. We will be back for Extreme Rules. But until then, this is Kgabinator and Rellsucka signing out.